All right, guys. So welcome to this second video where we are going to introduce you to what reinforcement learning is. So we are going to introduce what reinforcement learning is in the context of day trading, right? So let's say, for example, you are a day trader, right? So you're a day trader, and what do you trade? Maybe you trade stocks, or you trade commodities, or cryptocurrencies, or ETFs, or forex, right? So in reinforcement learning, we want to teach an agent how to do all of these things. So what is an agent? So let's take an example. You are the one, you know how to, you're a day trader. So we can call you an agent, right? And what do you trade? Maybe you trade stocks, right? So trading stocks means every day you go to trade stocks. So stocks trading is your environment. Your market environment is the stocks environment, right? So you are an agent that trades in the stock. You are a trader that trades in the stocks environment. So in reinforcement learning, we will say we have an agent in in a market environment. That market environment can be the commodities or cryptocurrencies, ETFs or currencies, right? So we say that there's an agent in a market environment. So keep in mind, this agent is the AI agent. This is the agent that we want to teach. We want it to learn. So it's going to learn. If we want the agent to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies, we'll put it in a cryptocurrency environment. If we want it to learn how to trade commodities, we'll put it in a commodities environment. If we want it to learn how to trade forex, we're going to put it in a forex environment. So, so it's important for you to do. The agent is in a market environment. And then how does the agent learn, right? We know it's reinforcement learning. How does the agent learn, right? So let's go back to the example about you being a trader. How did you learn how to trade? You learn how to trade by losing money. Hopefully not. All right. So most people learn that way. They usually say you have to lose money before you learn how to trade. But yeah. So most of you learn by making errors, right? So you go into the market, you trade every day, that's why experience is the key, right? So you trade every day, you lose money, and then as you're losing, you're learning. As you're making money, you're also learning. You learn what decisions you made to make money, right? At what time is good to trade and what time is not good to trade for you to do that and make money, right? So that is how you learn how to trade. It's similar to what reinforcement learning does. So we say that our agent, which is you interacted with the environment, and because you were seeing because you want to make money, you learn that taking certain decisions made you money, right? So in reinforcement learning, we have an AI agent, and it's going to learn a trading strategy. How is it going to learn a trading strategy? It's going to learn that strategy by interacting with the market environment that it's in. It's going to be buying and selling, doing this by try and error. It's going to be buying and selling stocks on a daily basis. And it's going to do this, and whenever it buys and makes profit, we give it a reward. Okay, yeah, you made profit, you get a reward. When it doesn't make profit, we give it a negative reward, like we punish it, right? Let's say punishment. And then after it does this for several times, trial and error for several times, and then it learns. It's going to learn a trading strategy and will know that, okay, at this time is good to trade, at this time is not good to trade. So this is how this AI agent learns how to make decisions, right? So it's a decision-making agent. So reinforcement learning is a decision-making, learning system. And then this agent learns without supervision. We don't supervise it. We just put it in the environment. The only thing that motivates it tells it if it's right or wrong, is the reward, right? We're going to talk more about that, and it's a very important concept in reinforcement learning. So it learns without supervision. Nobody's looking at it. It's just going to the environment, do it, try and error, and learns how to make good decisions. And then it learns from its actions, right? This trial and error are the actions that it takes. So in the day trading environment, it's buying and selling, buying and selling. So it's going to learn when to buy, when to sell, when not to buy, when not to sell, right? This is the actions that it's going to take, and it's going to learn that without supervision. And then let's put this together, right? So we have a reinforcement learning paradigm that we want to, explain how reinforcement learning works. So the first thing you need to know, in reinforcement learning, we have an AI agent. Think of this agent as you, or this is some agent that you want to train to do trading for you. This agent is in an environment. That environment we mentioned, if you're going to be trading stocks, okay, you put it in a stocks environment, right? And then this agent, this environment usually produces what we call a state. Let's say a state could be the price of, let's say you are trading Apple, the company Apple. You are trading Apple shares. So it can produce a state. Let's say the state is today. It's going to give you the price of Apple today. And then your agent is going to decide what to do. So your agent is receiving the price of that asset today, and it's going to decide what to do. So it's going to take an action. So when that agent takes an action, that action, it takes that action in that environment. So that environment is going to give it a reward, right? So if just say in case I buy, my agent buys Apple shares in the morning, and the price of Apple goes up, then the agent is going to receive a positive reward. If it goes down, it's going to receive a negative reward. So and then that reward is going to be given to the agent. So it knows if it took a right action or a wrong action. So this is a simple way of explaining what reinforcement learning is. And your takeaway here is that we are in a state. So we have an agent in an environment, right? We have an agent in an environment. The environment produces a state, maybe the price of the commodity or asset we want to trade, and then that state is given to the agent, and the agent takes an action. So when the agent takes an action, the agent is given a reward. So that's what reinforcement learning can be explained. That's how I can explain in the concept of day trading. So let's see how we can go into a more explicit example where we use prices, right? Let's say in a trading day, let's say you have in a month, there are 30 days, right? Let's just put it into, there are 9 days. First 9 days, how do you trade, right? Day one, so we have timestamps here, T1, T2, T3. So what happens is, like, all right, we are in a market environment. Let's say these are the prices of Bitcoin in day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 to day 9, right? So what happens is the price of Bitcoin in day 1 is 22K here. So this is our environment, and it's going to produce a state. This ST, state 1, at a time equals to 1, is 22K. And this state is going to be given to our agent. So let's say you are the agent. If you are the agent, okay, the price of Bitcoin today is 22K. What are you going to do? What is going to be your decision? Are you going to buy it or sell it, right? So at this state, the agent will take an action. What action can it take? It can decide to buy, hold, or sell, right? So this action will be decided by the agent. And then when the agent decides what action to take, let's say, for example, the agent decides to buy, right? It decides to buy Bitcoin. So it buys Bitcoin, and then it sends its action to the environment. So the environment says that, okay, Bitcoin the T1 was 22K, and it buys now is 22, is still 22K. So the reward is zero, right? Because the price didn't go up. So the environment is going to produce a reward, which is zero. So let's say we were at T2 here. So the price was T2. So if we were at T equals to 3, so we send the price, and then the agent does what? The agent buys at T2. So we're going to look at what happens at T3. If he bought and the price went down to 20K, so he's going to lose points. So he's going to get a reward, which is a loss, right? So that and that loss, which is the reward, is going to inform the agent that action you took was a wrong action, right? So this is how we can explain what reinforcement learning is. And to put it into perspective, to give a formal definition, we can say reinforcement learning is a decision, solve decision problems, right? So we can say reinforcement learning is a framework for solving decision or control task, right? So here in the context of day trading, this agent is learning to make decisions, is learning to make trading decisions, buying or selling a stock. So when it buys, it goes up. When it sells, it goes down. He receives a reward. So this is what the agent is doing. So yeah, so this is the introduction.